This video provides a walkthrough of RECANT, an interactive tool we designed to raise awareness of social bias in crowdsourced training data. RECANT can be used with anyone who has a basic understanding of data science concepts. As we will see, RECANT allows users to explore the behaviors of 4 biometric models. When an input image is selected, the models predict the gender and race, as well as the perceived attractiveness and trustworthiness of the person depicted. After clicking the Get Started button on the splash page of the RECANT website, users are presented with a sequence of choices to be made. First, users are able to select an image from a subset of 20 standardized people images or keep the default selection. Then, users select a classification task among the available ones or keep the default gender classification task. Finally, users can execute the machine learning models for the selected classification task for their selected image. After a few seconds, users are presented with the results of the classification. In particular, the classification decisions produced by 9 different models can be explored and compared. In the first row of the table, we find the decision of the model trained on the norming data that is provided with the Chicago Face database. In contrast, in the second row, we have the prediction made by the model that was trained on all of the data that we collected from all crowd annotators. The third row shows the prediction of a random model. This model simulates the case where annotators generate labels without really considering the image content. In the remaining 6 rows of the table, we find the classification decisions of models that have each been trained on a subset of crowd annotator data according to the annotator's self-reported demographic attributes, in other words, their gender and race. Interestingly, here, we can see that the models trained on data from male annotators, as well as those crowd annotators that identified as being Black, predicted the correct gender label for this image. However, most of the other models inferred that the image is of a female subject. Exploring these differences can help start a conversation with users, such as students in the classroom or practitioners in a guided training session, about the importance of considering annotator diversity in a crowdsourcing task. Likewise, it can generate questions about how known social psychological phenomena, such as in-group effects, might influence annotators during an image labeling task. Users are able to continue their exploration by selecting different images and/or classification tasks. Once users have interacted with the demo, a questionnaire button appears, inviting them to provide us with feedback and/or participate in a study. To ensure that users have had sufficient interaction with the demo, the button appears after the user has explored 3 different combinations of images and classification tasks. Currently, the questionnaire is configured to guide the user to report on his or her results when working through the awareness raising exercises as described in our demo paper. We are currently conducting studies to assess the user experience with RECANT with the aim of enhancing it and eventually deploying it into both formal and informal educational and training contexts.